Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Goosebumps HorrorTown. This has another update of sorts. Now, we just finished off the Valentine's Day event, and that was an interesting experience, and I'm going to see how well that content does onto my YouTube channel. And I've also started kind of uploading things I've did in the past, which is called Grimokan plays, or Grim plays. And so it's slowly kind of coming up. It's going to take some time, unfortunately, due to work and all that type of stuff and real life problems. But today, this video, we're going to be taking a look at something very interesting, and that is that a new update has come up. Now, we're going to be looking at the takedown update and all what that brought, but we have also gotten new content. Now, during the game, when it was launched, there was a bunch of monsters and characters that got introduced. Now, for the most part, everyone, that monsters and all that was featured, had at least had a story with it. Except for one. And that would have been the Masked Mutant. Well, this update, as you can see in the title, this has finally decided to build a story with this. So we are going to finally be taking a look at the Masked Mutant and HorrorTown with the actual story. So this will be interesting to see how they play out with this, if it's going to be just like the books, or how they're going to do this and have this character run about. From what I read, this character is going to be a walkabout, and it seems like the Molecule Man will be the spawn. So it will be interesting to see how they do this, and yeah, so we're going to be taking a look into that. But there's also other stuff too. The fact that this is now the second, what do you call it, a second content update that has basically added to something that has already previously existed, which tells me that for most of these books that were just added on to, it seems like we probably are going to get more content with that particular stories that later on. Like, you know what I'm trying to say here is that there's going to be more content involving these monsters and characters that has already been existent, that hasn't had a storybook as of yet. So let's go ahead and dive right in and see what we have in store. So as you can see, we're now into the town. This was what it was previously. As you can see, got my no new characters from the previous update. They're all gone. The event itself, what usually happens is that when the event is done, the whole pop-up window disappears, and it's gonna be staying like this until it waits for the new update. Unfortunately, yeah, as you can see, I don't have the materials, so it doesn't let me kind of buy them. So I can't use that except if I used Blake, I guess. And as you can see, these are the stars. I didn't get to show this off. This drops 18%, like it said in the review. That's a long time. So as of right now, this seems like it's a very bad spawn point. But, you know, this game's ever changing, so we'll can see. And as you can see, the Werewolf Hideout doesn't have Will in there yet. So this is just right after the event end, and it's like, oh, it's all done. That kind of thing. So this is what it looks like. These still drop items, though. So that's interesting. That now produced, I think that always produced cash, I think. It's been a while. Yeah, no, I think these always have been cash, so. And as you can see, now all these event items are now for cash. So there you go. You can use that and get some easy bucks before they take all these stuff away. Also, they did fix the errors that I showed off in previous videos with the empty spaces. Yeah, so as you can see, we still got all this unique items here. I would say that before they take it down, you should probably sell them, because as of right now, once this update gets hit, they tend to just get rid of it. So this is all the stuff I've accumulated as of right now, and my hope is to bring that Shaggy area spawn point closer to this little peak area here. because I think it would fit in right nicely in this little love area. I'm very proud of what I did here. I just took this one square and I'm just like, yeah, that'll be my Valentine's Day area. Because why not? Again, slowly but surely, I'm making this event look better and better each day. So it's slowly getting there. But what can you do? Alright. So I'm going to click around here for a bit and I'm going to see if I can't... Right. Yeah, the Christmas tree, so it drops 40%. Like I said, that tree gives me a lot more. This is like 12 hours. Yeah. So the Haunted Presence is like 12 hours gives me 30. That gives me 40 for 2 seconds, but that had a lot. Halloween Pumpkin, again, 12 hours for 30. And then, oh, and there was also the blade saw, but I didn't really show that off. But then you come to here, 18 hours, 40. That's kind of, yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. But they might fix it in later on with patches, which won't be obsessed with whelp-like sleeping. It's a big fluffy tail this he got there. Mrs. Mars coming by. Yeah. So anyways, what I'm going to probably do is I'm going to try to see if I can't get this book reward and share that off in this video. Not in this video, but in this Attack of the Mutant series. Anyways, for some reason, Valentine's Day offer is here. Don't know why. The update's fully here, I believe. As you can see. Oh, not yet, but... As you can see, these characters no longer do any of the animations that they did before. You know, they don't drop the special items, they don't dance anymore. So, it's interesting how... Yeah. Again, I will say that I do like the 2 new characters that we got added here. Here's the Masked Mutant, by the way. So, as you can see, that's what it is as of now before the update hits. And as you can see with the update just started, all the event area is now gone. Everything's back to normal, quote unquote. It seemed like they kept the lights though, so that's interesting. It's always weird how they just kept this little area like a little park, but you know, what are you gonna do? Yeah. Again, he's still sleeping there since all this time. And yet, the werewolf hideout is not there yet, so that's still a thing. And there is no story added just yet. And with a simple flip of a switch, once I show there is nothing here, right? No monsters, nothing. Like the Masked Mutant's right there. But with a simple flip of a switch, we get this. Currently updating the game in time for 30 minutes. And I'm sure after 30 minutes, boom! Daily bonus. But now that's not what it is. There we go. Masked Mutant pack. Get the Masked Mutant tunnel. Oh, we got a girl there. Oh. Masked Mutant supply. So this is a new bundle pack. But oh no. Wait, for 3 hours. Oh. What a... Ooh. 3 hours and 30 minutes. You gotta make the deal. You gotta do it. 50. It's a very fast time. You gotta pick it up. So we got that. We got 60 more storage space. But then we get the new character, Masked Mutant Tunnel, which is weird. There's no picture of her. I think that's Libby. Is that? Oh. Are you telling me the Masked Mutant's gonna pretend to be a little girl? Well, no, she's not a little girl, but you know what I mean, like a preteen. Like, oh no. From what I understand, this is gonna be a. All right, so as you can see, there's a quest line here with Slappy. I don't know why. Ah, here's the new book, Attack of the Mutant. The young Eric. we get to finally have Eric become, with the story, a kid who is obsessed with the Masked Mutant. It's very appropriate. As you can see now, the Masked Mutant headquarters doesn't have the Masked Mutant, but it has the Molecule Man, I believe his name is. And Libby, that's her name is 250 in order to unlock her. Once you get her, then the story gets unlocked. You need to be level 16, I believe, in order to access this. So, not too bad. It is a side story. Yeah, so now you have to unlock them, and you get 4... And I get 3 of these mutants for some reason. Well, not mutants, Molecule Man. I guess, okay, I mean, there was other characters in the video game. By the way, I love the video... This whole... Masked Mutant is one of the best ones. I also unlocked this area. I think I'm going to use this for all the Masked Mutant items. But, the Masked Mutant himself, the whole... Attack of the Mutant. It's a really great story. It's a cool, it was a cool episode, but not only that, but what was funny about it is that there was a video game that was all, like, focusing all around it. So we got the Masked Mutant supplier, so this is, so there's new items here with this, like, comic books, by the looks of it. I wonder if there's anything else. I don't think that's it. Okay, so there's only one supplier and it costs cash, so that sucks, but let's see. Maybe there's a lot of decorations as they suggested. Again, there's that signature yawn. Let's see here. Man, maybe they should do a better service of just getting this kind of already there, ready to go. But what can you do? Maybe in the future you can fix this. Oh, here we go. Mutant vehicle, the mutant mech, which we've seen. By the way, the mutant mech looks like... I had this toy. It looks somewhat like that. I'm wondering if that's what it is. Got a mutant hidden teleporter, or entrance. Oh, I already have an idea what I'm going to do with that. The molecule device. Melting device. I think that's about it. I know that can't be it. There's got to be more stuff here. Man, for an update, I don't think for 7 parts. I mean, it could be. What do you call it? Also, for some reason, as of this point of the video, the audio got corrupted. So you're just gonna see you're gonna hear my voice, and you're gonna see this. So just, you know, pretend as if this wasn't the problem. Yeah, so that's about it then. Man, it's a very small update, I have to say. I'm kind of intrigued. I live in dummy. Okay, so I've mentioned this during my playthrough of the Let's Plays. What's going on here is that they've actually changed the dialogue and the items in question. You would know this if... what I would recommend you do is look at the full-on playthrough when I unlocked Slappy and you get to see his quest line kind of come in. You will notice that the dialogue as well as the... what do you call it? The items and stuff that happens ends up not being there, if that makes sense. So whenever you see this stuff happening, it's usually because they've added something new to this. I don't know why this is happening, but there you go. I already made some jokes about this, so nothing new here, unfortunately, so I'm going to just continue on with this. I would say that was funny. So yeah, so this here, for example, place the garbage dumpster. What's funny about that is that in the game, it didn't tell me to do the garbage dumpster. But here it does, so... yeah. So 3 out of 5, and it's completed. Ooh, glitched. What can you do? Alright, let's see if we can't finish this off. You got to see him saying chubby again. That's such an insult. Alright, fatso. Yeah, ash tree, stir up hornet's nets. Yeah, 30 seconds. Wait, is it 30 seconds? Yeah, it is. Wow, that's actually quite quick quest, I must say. And of course, there's the evil thing. By the way, he still has snow on here. Why does he still have snow? Is it just me? Is it my game that's somehow screwed? But I have no idea. That's so weird. Oh dear. Anyways, let me talk about more about this recent update. Before then, let's see. Yeah, okay. So now they've updated with Will Blick in here. So instead of spawning in the theater, now he spawns in there, and he'll give you a 90% chance of the biscuits. So hallelujah, we finally now have a good chance of getting biscuits. As it's showing you here, 90%. So that's a good odd now. You still have a 10% of fail, but better than before. And I'll show you what I'm at right now for the statue. Yeah, so I just need a dog treat, so this will be easy. So I just need 2 of those and that'll be good. Yeah, I like that. So the Masked Mutant himself, it's a weird character because it's like a comic book villain. And at first, when I first saw it, I thought, oh, that was like the superhero. But no, he's a villain. But, yeah, so I think it was around here. No, it's not this. It's the next one. With the, you know, getting someone in trouble. So it's the next clip here, I think, is when they changed the dialogue. But what I was about to say, well, I might as well play this out while I talk about this. Yeah, there was a Masked Mutant game, and it introduced a lot more characters there. And what was funny about it is that they had Adam West as the Galloping Gazelle. Okay, here's something interesting. So this right here, it used to be Mar, but for some reason now it's just Mr. Mortman. You see? So now it's Mr. Mortman, not Mrs. Mar. I'm wondering if it's because Mrs. Mar doesn't have much facial animation as of yet. So that would be intriguing in the future, that they're kind of, most of these characters will have kind of facial animations of like being happy or angry. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, because so far it's just Mrs. Mar normal face and her monster face. So yeah, now that's all done. So that's it. They all changed for that one. So it's a weird bump, but whatever. But I think Eric is our main character here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, here it is. Read mutant comics. He drops mutant comics. Draw mutants. A mutant drawing. So there's 2 new items here. No, so that's about it. So 2 new animations. Okay, well, that makes sense. I wonder if there's other characters that actually have anything new here. Maybe, but I'm not sure. Okay, you don't have anything new. Mr. Martin probably doesn't know. That's interesting. Yeah, Mr. Useless still useless, so that kind of sucks. I kind of liked Mr. Fleshman, but he's wasted potential. He's just there. Just like the other people, residents in this town. It's just, they're just there. They're no better than the gray people walking around. The nameless gray people nobodies. Oh man, can you imagine? You know what? Would it be interesting if we do the haunted school as an update for like September? And then all these gray people would actually be related? That'd be kind of creepy. Alright, so I think this next part here is when I'm going to actually show off and actually take on the deal and seeing picking up Libby in the Masked Mutant hideout. So this is going to be very strange. I'm wondering how this story is going to end up happening. Yeah, so you don't have anything, Murray. Right. Okay, so I think this next bit is going to be with the audio is going to be fixed. So yeah, so audio's back on. I don't know what happened, why it got glitched, but there you go. Masked Mutant pack. Here we go. I can't wait to see what this story has to offer for us. Oh dear. Alright, let's go into the special promotion area. Oh, right, here we go. Why does it say bye? I already have her. Oh, I have to put her down. Is that why? I have to put her down and then you'll start to animate? I think that's what it is, so... Let's put this here. I think Libby was the character that the main character introduced here, so let's see. Let's click her. Alright, here we go. It's a nice little bunker, by the way. Oh no! You got the Masked Mutant. That's not the Masked Mutant. Oh no, I don't like where this is going. Oh. Ooh. I know you're following with the story, but RL, what were you thinking back then? Would have been better if it was a boy, but at least we have a female character, quote unquote. That's not a bad character model, by the way. I also like the fact that they have her wearing purple. The young Eric detectives try to track down the extent of his favorite supervillain, the Masked Mutant. 8 chapters, and oh, we got the Mask of Glory. Wow, only 8? Wow, this is really short then. Okay, well, that's somewhat surprising. Alright, well, I guess we might as well take a look at this. Young Eric is dedicated to tracking the exploits of his favorite supervillain, the Masked Mutant. Oh, just like the description. By the way, it's Attack of the Mutant, but these brats should pay more attention to the exploits of the real villains around here. Me! Classic Slappy, very narcissistic. Wow, your Masked Mutant comic collection is impressive, Eric. I bet you have every single issue. Well, I only have a replica of issue 7, so it's not perfect yet. I need to track that one down. Just as the Masked Mutant needs a perfect place to rule the universe, my collection should be perfect. I mean, supervillains have very high standards, so I should too. That's a very weird role model. Anyways, place Masked Mutant's headquarters where the dead. Reach issue 25 of Attack Mutant and have her read a comic book. Why is she... Oh, I guess... That's weird why she would be reading I guess... Alright, I'm not gonna judge. She's trying to stay in character, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna work. I'm not liking where this is going. Alright, I'll make it produce there because it turns out we need those now. Read a comic... Read Final Mutant comic and play the flute. Wait a minute, Final Mutant comic, is that Eric? So they are playing with the story. I love it too because the kid, I think his name was Skipper in the story. And what was funny about it was at near the end he's just like, I'm not Skipper, and he's like talking to the mutant. He's like, who are you? I'm Elastic Boy. And like, Elastic Boy, I didn't recognize you. It's like, sure, he's rolling with it. I love it too. It's just, if you have the access to seeing Goosebumps, do yourself a favor, watch that. That was one of the best episodes out of the series. It wasn't too campy. It was like a 2-parter, so it was like an hour special. And there she is. She's gonna be reading a book. Now, one of the interesting things about the Masked Mutant, I guess that makes sense, is the fact that he's a shapeshifter, so he's able to kind of change shape to whatever and whoever, so you really don't know who or what he is. And you know what, I'm gonna move this right over here next to this. You know what, I'm gonna make this, yeah, I'm definitely gonna make this into the Masked Mutant area. But yeah, I really did like the episode with the Masked Mutant, and the game as well. The video game, the Attack of the Mutant, really was good. I don't have a copy of that anymore, but I remember I didn't have a copy. I think I played that game way long ago, and then I looked at YouTube. It was weird because I saw the box there, and I'm just like, does this even exist? And then I look online with videos, and I'm just like, oh, thank God, I'm not insane. It does exist. And it was real interesting too that they introduced these weird villain characters. Like there's one with like a guy who has different fingers. Like, what I mean, like, he's like a Swiss Army knife, where each of his fingers had a different type of item. You got this plant monster, you got the molecule man, you got frozen chick, I guess. Kind of reminds me of H2 Olga. There's a reference you probably won't get. Very odd parents. Yeah, so I think this is going to be a very short series. I think just like the Abominable Snowman, I think this is going to be a two-parter, so I think the next one's going to be a little bit more longer and it's going to be focusing on the quest lines per se. So that will be interesting. But yeah, you know what, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some time, I'm going to build this little area of mine during the next video, so that by the time you come back, it'll be like, it's all done. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do some work, I guess. They certainly give you a lot of items, but it's like you have to take a few times a day just to kind of look into and investigate and do your own thing. So this is the entrance, by the way, and I think I have a good idea. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have this entrance, like the Masked Mutant area, be completely blocked off. However, the only way to access the character is to come through like this entrance in the middle of nowhere, and it's going to lead you out into the Masked Mutants area, if that makes sense. Like, it's like a teleporter of sorts, or like a tube, or just kind of. I think you probably know what I'm trying to say, but yeah. All right, so there you go. So this is part one. This is all it is. So we're gonna have these two characters read a book, and we're gonna have to end it off there. So I'm quite intrigued to see what ends up happening with this chapter. I'm kind of scared as well. I don't know what they have planned, and I'm not looking forward to it. But hey, it's what it is. So when we come back, we're gonna be taking a look at the full story, the full quest line. We're going to see Libby as a character, and then we're going to give our final thoughts with this whole update. So, the next video is going to be a little bit of a long one, but it's going to have most of the contents there. So, if you did enjoy this video, leave a like down below. Let me know what you think down, and let me know, did you enjoy the Attack of the Mutant when you were younger, if you ever read the book? Let me know down below. I guess I'm just saying that stuff like every other YouTuber because it's just a thing. I really am curious with what people have to say because it helps me as a content creator get better. But yeah, anyways, I'm rambling on right now. So we're going to continue off in part 2, which will be the final part, which will be everything. So until then, have a good one and stay super.